Chapter 48. What Happened to My Mother? Uncle Weldon and I sit on his front porch on a day that seems too hot for early June. There are still 2 more weeks of school, and every morning Mrs. Cushel opens the windows in our classroom wide enough. Bees and flies come in and hum around our heads all day long. I jiggle my feet up and down and watch a hummingbird hover by the geranium pot. It's Saturday morning. Uncle Weldon has just said, "Let's put on our thinking caps." I glance at him. Why? "We need to figure out what to bring to your school party. We're going to have a party in Mrs. Cushel's room to celebrate the last day of school." "Cookies," I suggest. "Chocolate chip cookies?" Uncle Weldon smiles. "Good idea. We'll go to the store next week and buy the ingredients." We fall silent again. Sometimes Uncle Weldon and I just sit quietly for long periods of time. We like that, sitting and thinking. Every evening we make dinner together, and every morning we talk about homonyms. On the weekends we go for rides in his truck, to the state park, to the museum in Ashford, to an outdoor music festival. When we were at the festival, we spread a blanket on the ground and lay on our backs listening to the orchestra. "Try to pick out the sounds each instrument makes," Uncle Weldon said. "Listen for the violins. Listen for the trombone. Listen for the clarinet." The notes soared into the sky, up into the stars. On this hot June morning, the hummingbird darts from one flower to another. I suddenly say, "Uncle Weldon, from my mother's perspective, when she went away, why do you think she left her memories behind?" Uncle Weldon cocks his head at me the way Rain used to do. "What do you mean?" he asks. I tell him about the box. She left all of her rose things behind. Why didn't she take them with her? Didn't she want to remember me? Now my uncle frowns. "Rose," he says, "do you think your mother walked away from you and your dad? Is that what your father told you?" Yes, I say, since my uncle has asked me 2 questions in a row. Uncle Weldon's face is soft and gentle. He reaches a hand toward me, touches my knee, pulls his hand back. "Your mother didn't leave," he says. "She died when you were very young." "She died?" "Yes." "How did she die?" "She had an aneurysm in her heart. She died very quickly." "Why did my father tell me she left us?" Uncle Weldon shakes his head. He sips his coffee. "Maybe he was trying to shield you. Maybe he thought you would be too sad if you knew she had died." "But he let me think she left us. I thought she left because of me." Uncle Weldon touches my knee again, which is all right. It's just a little touch. "Your father didn't always make smart choices," he says, "but he did try to do right by you." "Is that why he left me?" My uncle looks at the hummingbird. He shakes his head again. "I don't know. We didn't talk about it, your father and I, but I think he thought you'd be better off with me." "Was it hard for him to leave?" "Yes, I think it was. So my father and I have something else in common. We are both brave."